What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Anime Riff podcast. And if you just caught us on Rogers TV, we are doing this right after. It's like the aftercast, and I'm here with the greatest, the GOATs hosts of all time, Jake Ox. What's going on?
You got me blushing this afternoon, dude.
Yeah, dude, you're giving us all these accolades now.
Oh, I'm gonna come up with a new one every single week. It's gonna get ridiculous.
You know, we got swaggy for the Rogers TV episode earlier. I was feeling myself with it, but you know,
I'm gonna have the Webster's Dictionary open, just looking up different ways to give you guys titles.
Yeah.
It's so weird moving from Rogers. Rogers super professional TV, right? So no vaping, no cussing.
Yeah,
and then.
Fuck that shit.
Me and Frozen.
Now we're here. Now we're here. Now it's like, hold on, shit, piss, fuck, cocks. We got all. And I have my swords back, my stuff, my beautiful stuff.
Frozen doesn't get his backdrop because he has professional cameras, whatever.
Yeah, professionals and mics and like
he gets makeup and shit.
My hair isn't. I'm totally kidding. That got cut earlier.
But guys, I think so. Our plan is just to like re-interview what we said on Rogers and pretty much deep dive it, right?
Yeah. We're just gonna make it deeper because that's what everybody wants. They always want it deeper.
Yeah. Literally
deeper.
Yeah, mid episode we started to get deep into it. I started to get deep into it. Andrew had to say, "Hey, dude, let's bring it back. We can talk about it on the pod."
You can actually, when you watch it on Rogers, you can actually see me just like looking at the camera, like looking at the time and looking at the camera. I'm like,
and then he hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I just wanted to be like, shut up.
Y'all know we get on tangents.
Yeah, we get going.
Hey,
but
dude,
with that being said, this episode is going to be called The Worst of the Best. And why is that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because we are going to be discussing topics that are fantastic. Animes that are great, video games that are great, graphics that are great, the best of the summer animes. But what is the worst of all of them? What is the worst gameplay? What is the worst anime that we're watching in the summertime? What is the worst ending to an anime of all time? We're going to get deep diving into it. Let's kick it off. Jake and Ox, let's do it. Let's get into it. And let's talk about animes. First topic, animes that are the greatest, the GOATs, but have the shittiest fucking endings of all time. I mean, like, drag my nuts across nails. Why is it so bad?
But
this anime was so good. This anime was so good. You're like, this was a nice, soft, lovable, intimate moment with myself.
Girl.
And then all of a sudden it was like they stuck your nuts in a vice grip.
We thought we were all friends. Frozen ruined our friendship tonight, guys.
I ruined it. I'm gonna change my answer.
TV. Make sure we would probably post it up here on YouTube if you haven't seen it. Just for
I'm clipping it.
Yeah, that's going. Yeah,
straight to TikTok.
Oh my god! All right.
Tell what you said, Frozen. Go ahead.
I'm going first now. Okay.
Maybe we should let Frozen go last.
No. Hold on. No, I'm gonna go last.
Go last. Okay, we got more time here. We're not in the time constraint, so we can talk about it. We can argue about it. I mean, we can go in the same order. I mean, I kicked it off with it. Probably the best one there was, and that was 10 out of 10 anime. 3 out of 10 ending is what I gave it. That was going to be Death Note.
I had a bone pick with you as well. Death Note?
Death Note, yes. I mean, you can't argue with me that the latter half of Death Note did not disappoint you.
Now, word on the street is they're making a thing where he's like a Shinigami now.
Yes, and he brings the apple to Ryuk and all that stuff. Yes, like I love that, but not anything after L. Right, Light's death. Okay, got it, love it, like that. But everything in between that point, I wasn't a fan. Like, I don't like the fact that Light got out-thunked by somebody. Like, I don't think that's how it should have went. If anybody was going to outmaneuver him, it should have been L in that sense.
Yeah, I see. But L wasn't. He's not strong enough. You see what I'm saying? It was his perfect victory.
It was strong enough. It was his perfect victory. But look, I just it's my opinion on it. A lot of people I feel like don't like the latter half of it, but I mean it is known as one of the greatest anime of all time. It's in my top 5. So, but the ending is
But a 3 out of 10, whatever. Yeah,
3 out of 10.
Junior.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Well, what's yours? Go ahead. Enlighten us. Go ahead.
Mine's of course Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
And I think that's universally agreed upon. No one knows what's going on in season 3. What does he do? He's an officer now.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
it's because it's a happy ending. At the end, he gets the girl, right? And you hate it.
Tokyo Ghoul, buddy. All right, it's not Tokyo My Happy Marriage.
Okay. Look,
I like that. I like that. That's a great take on it.
Look, he can. Hey, what would you have made the ending? What's supposed to happen?
Jake's right though. We went from count backwards from 100 to My Happy Marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, probably one of the characters that has suffered the most trauma in anime, and you want him to
destroy the city.
Destroy the city. It's not the city's fault that he's traumatized. Okay. Oh, but you hate Eren Yeager. Okay, you know.
Oh, Eren Yeager don't even want to be doing it. He's just doing it because he has to.
Look, no.
He told himself.
I think it's fine. I think the fact that he ends up with Toka and they have a baby. Now, I mean, it took me by surprise when, I was like, holy hell, there's a sex scene in Tokyo Ghoul, right? It took me by surprise. But it's good for Kaneki, right? He had a happy ending. And to see all that stuff that he went through, I mean, that dude was mentally broken multiple times.
But it's one of your favorite anime, so if you can live with it, I guess I might have to.
I can live with it.
Okay.
Not like a crazy enthralling ending, but I think it was subtle, and that's how it should have ended.
Frozen, let's hear this.
All right, fine. I won't change it. All right.
You were gonna change it. We have video evidence of Frozen's original if he does.
Mine is Naruto Shippuden. I think it was a fantastic anime. Hands down, one of the greatest. But it fell flat. But I'm gonna change a bit because I didn't really have the time to explain myself. And
right.
So the reason is that Shippuden kind of fell flat at the end because it turned into mostly fan service. It turned into what people want to see. People wanted to see Hinata and Naruto get married. And I think that, Kishimoto had to give the fans what they wanted instead of what probably should have happened. I mean, I'll stand by it and I'll die on this hill. I understand that Naruto missing his entrance ceremony was a Naruto way to do things. But, the day of all days that you have been talking about for 900 episodes is happening. And I just wanted to see him finally achieve that moment. I don't want to watch Boruto to know that he did it. I want to see him do it. And they robbed me of it. They robbed me of it for fan service.
Okay.
And I think, though, the series started to fall flat a bit, even kind of when they really started focusing on Toby. Right? Like, everyone was like, oh, it's Obito. Or, sorry, not Obito. Sorry. Oh, it's got to be Madara, right? And it's like, no, it's Obito. And it's like, wait, no, nobody ever thought of that. Like, that never crossed anyone's mind. It's like that scene from Ted. No, nobody said that. And it's like, it just, and the war arc fell incredibly flat. I just feel like there was so much pressure. No. I feel like there was so much pressure to give the fans what they wanted that it started to change from what in the direction it was going to just give the people what they want. And it's just, I don't know, like,
Okay.
Usually
So,
I'm a
I
sneaky
think-
guy.
Look, I think if we were given what we wanted, it would have been the Hinata getting married, him marrying Hinata.
Mhm.
And then right after that, it would have been the Madara voice. So this was your dream, Naruto. If
That
we
would
were
be
given
hot.
what we
Yeah,
wanted, that's what we would have
that-
gotten.
That's what I'm talking about. See,
That would be
that right
hot.
there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd still be stroking it.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I'd
But,
still
like-
be stroking it 5 years later.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
see where you come. I see where you're coming from in the sense, because like love Naruto. I told you guys this yesterday, like off the pod, just to ourselves. Like I feel like Naruto should have ended with him becoming Hokage, not with him marrying Hinata.
Agreed.
But-
y'all are the kind of guys that wish Hinata died in the pain.
No,
fight, huh?
it's not.
That's
No,
what
it's
y'all-
not.
that's what
I
y'all
love
do.
Hinata, but like,
Nothing like, dude, she almost did. Did you see her
Okay.
get turned into a shish kebab? Like,
okay, but tell me, okay, Jake, answer me this.
Uh-huh.
If, and I'm defending Andrew a little bit here, even though I don't agree with him.
Uh-huh.
Imagine Naruto Shippuden, or even just the scene of him becoming a Hokage, but it's Konohamaru. Imagine a situation where like none of that happens, and he actually attends his own ceremony, and like you see like flashbacks of him saying he's going to be Hokage and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and it actually
That's some
goes through and it happens.
Wait.
Like the smile on your face would be so big.
and it
Wait,
all
wait, wait.
goes back. It all goes back to the thickest character development in the entire story, the swing. Like the very end.
I'm pretty sure he marries Hinata first, and then he becomes Hokage.
Yeah, but it feels
Yeah,
like it's
but-
more like
Yeah,
focused
it's more
on
focused on the wedding.
on the wedding.
Yeah.
Like I feel
They're
like the
just like,
wedding
oh, he's
seemed like a bigger
Hokage.
moment. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, he's been alone his whole life. He finally has a family. Fuck the village.
Yeah.
But it's not. No, like
That
I'm
ain't
with,
his
I'm with
dream.
Ox. They needed like a build-up moment where like Naruto's talking, or it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's narrated, where it
Mhm.
shows all the stuff Naruto went through, right? Like the trying to get the bells from Kakashi, hanging out with Jiraiya, the Toad Sages, saving Hinata, so on and so on, right to that moment. And I would have loved to have seen the lonely little Naruto on the swing, and then faded to beside the swing in the Hokage outfit. Like he
Now
did
that-
it. That was it. That was the like that would have I would have accepted
Mhm.
that. That would have been fantastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just dream realized, dream achieved. He said it. He did it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I feel like his dream to be Hokage was only fueled because he wanted everyone to respect him. Not
Mm-hmm.
He
Not so
got
much the
their
title
respect
itself.
after he killed Pain.
yeah.
If-
mean,
If they
Mission
didn't
accomplished.
realize that Naruto was the strongest person in that village after the Pain saga, then those people were chalked. All right, like I mean, let's bring this back all the way to the Pain saga. What if my brother brought this to me? What if Hinata dies? What if
Mhm.
Pain shish kebabs her, just like Jiraiya, and Naruto loses both the key pillars of his whole, aspects right there in the Pain saga?
Pain does kill
Nine
her.
of
Yeah.
nine
Pain-
of
yeah,
10.
She does die.
Pain
She
kills
does
her.
die. He does.
No,
she
no,
does
not
die.
Pain. No, she.
Yeah, Hinata dies. He
No.
used Rene Rebirth on him.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry. But what I mean is like she stays dead.
Mhm.
Oh, like she never comes back.
Yeah, she never comes back. She gone. She gone the way of Jiraiya, right?
Huh.
Now, don't deadass tell me that Naruto does not become the next like Pain. All right, he gets so mad that the fox
think
just
he's
comes
villain?
out, kills
I don't
everybody.
think so. I don't think so because he essentially forgives Pain,
Not knowing about Rene Rebirth.
not knowing that Hinata's going to come back, right?
Nah, I
Like,
think
I think-
Naruto next member of the Akatsuki.
I don't think so. I think that he had to realize his pain, and I mean he said it like he was like he didn't know if he could forgive him, blah blah blah, but he wanted to stop the cycle of hatred in that scenario,
Yeah,
right?
he said, "I rather bear it all the pain."
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
But like I mean I see where you're coming from. Like I definitely see it. Like I think it would have been a much better version of him becoming Hokage if he actually went through the ceremony himself, and it was some cool flashback thing going on like that. But like you said, it is the most Naruto way that it could have happened.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is the most Naruto way that could have happened.
And I'm foreshadowing here before we move on to our next topic. But I know I said this on Rogers TV, and now you had time to digest it. But I'm right. 10 of 10. The next anime on this list is Vinland Saga.
No,
You're wrong. It's gonna have a bad ending.
Look,
I can feel it. I can feel it in my
Vinland.
Viking bones.
No,
that
you're
this
insane.
is gonna have a trash ending.
You're insane. There's
Don't
no way.
invade. All right.
It was more than that, and you know it. It was more than that, and you know it. Okay, you guys are just
Stop firing, dickheads. Okay.
Don't say y'all. I like Vinland Saga. Okay, no sin for me too, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But listen, Andrew came for Vinland Saga a lot during
But
that whole.
he likes the 30-year-old man with ED.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god. Okay. You know what? Let me explain. Let me explain the 30-year-old man with ED, okay? Jobless reincarnation. So, the reason that love is hard for him is because in his real life, he's a shut-in. He has nothing. Even in his reincarnated life, he doesn't know. He's only experiencing these things for the first time. And it's not even real. Like, it's real, but it's not even real to him. It's not his actual body. So to him, this is his first relationship all over again. This is all brand new to him. It's not like he had this in his other life. Not like he was some, cheat code hottie in another life that got all the girls. We're talking about a guy who lived in his room for 30 years and then now has come into another world where he's got all this power and this magic and the ultimate dilemma of who he loves. And it's not between 5 women. It's really between 3. All right. But he got done dirty by all of them.
Okay.
I cracked the code.
Well, not really Sylphiette. Sylphiette kind of got evaporated away, but that's not it. That's, neither here nor there. But
I can prove he's not a 13-year-old boy. He's a 30-year-old man. Name 3 instances when you were 13 and didn't have a boner.
Okay, but that's the thing is he's always chasing panties. In the show, he's always
But he
chasing
can't get up
panties.
with a naked girl, a good-looking naked girl laying in his bed.
So I was like, we could say, so it's Eris, Sylphiette, and his master, right?
And why did I just forget her name?
The
The blue-haired girl.
Rias?
no, the blue-haired girl. Yeah. His master.
Roxy.
Roxy.
Yeah, Roxy.
Yeah. Right. So, but Roxy's more like it's a forbidden thing, I guess, for him, just because I guess it's his master, even though he loves her.
He ends up with Roxy in the end.
Yeah. Now the Sylphia and Eris, and I feel like Eris didn't screw him over, right?
No, she went to further develop herself.
Yeah, and he just completely had PTSD meltdown.
Okay. So now this is where I'm going to interject. And don't even tell me you didn't. We've all suffered it. Okay, I felt it. I know you guys have felt. You can cap out your ass all day if you want. But when you had that first girl that you really, really crushed on, that you really, really liked, and she dropped you high and dry for whatever reason,
Right.
and you did not react the same way in a sense. You were sad. You were down in the dumps.
You went through a depression stage, but I ain't got the video recorded and send it to the world. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he did. That's him living that.
I'm not saying there ain't anything wrong with it, but you gave my man a little bit of a shorter leash because whiny pouty character you normally hate, and normally you're like,
it's no. It's not that whiny and pouty. All right, it's not that whiny and pouty.
A guy not being good enough at soccer is where you draw the line at.
Zenitsu is like another league. All right,
but we got into this topic because we were talking about summer animes, right?
Yeah.
So we were ranking only 4. There's a lot of summer animes. A lot of them are great. We all can agree that the 4 that we're about to name are all good animes, but we had to make a list and we had to put one last. So that was Jobless Reincarnation, Jujutsu Kaisen, Zom 100, and Reincarnated as a Vending Machine.
Yeah.
Right? So we all kind of went through. We did our top to bottom list. We did our top to bottom list, and Jake put Jobless at 4th with his. Okay, and that's where this all came about, right? And like, Jake, how like I enjoy mine was Reincarnated as a
Vending
right,
machine. And so was
right.
Frozen's.
So it was Frozen's. And I try to see both sides with this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, do you think that, like, I guess you're looking at it as only this season specifically, or as a whole?
Yeah, I'm not taking
season 1 into account.
Okay. Yeah.
So you think that Vending Machine is a better isekai than Jobless right now?
Second season of Jobless, yes. If you mix first and second season of Jobless, you can more encompass the whole anime. But like, Vending Machine has been a solid pace with
it's the same thing over
and it's fine.
over again.
That's how animes are sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But at least it's not bad.
Right.
Like 9 episodes.
You know what? I think he's like 4 episodes behind. I think he's like 4 plus episodes behind on Jobless.
It is a slow creep up, right? But it does start getting really good. I think my biggest thing with it, what I was alluding to on Rogers before Andrew fucking told me to quit fucking talking, was that it is a huge change of pace. I mean, it isn't as big as Vinland Saga season 1 and Vinland Saga season 2, but it is completely different. Right, you go from all the action and all the training and all him learning new abilities to
and here's the biggest thing is that it takes a slowdown, a major slowdown. Major. So you go from him being born to being, I think it's 14.
Yeah.
In one season, right?
Yeah,
and then in this one, he's 14 the whole time. He doesn't. It's not his birthday. It's not age. It's day by day.
Yeah.
So you see him learning all this stuff, but now we're seeing him master it, and we're seeing all of the aspects of what's happened in the first season come to fruition, right? We just found out about the dragon guy, right, and his big role to play, Sylphiette, right, and the thing is, they dance around it. We all know it's Sylphiette. I mean, he's kind of dumb that. I mean,
he doesn't
they're doing
know.
the Clark Kent thing. Wear glasses, change who you are.
Yeah,
but I will say, as soon as the glasses come off, he knows he's not dumb. I will say he's not dumb a second time.
Yeah. I'm on 8.
They're on like 11.
They're on
3 behind.
So you're 3 behind, or 4 behind if you haven't watched 8.
I haven't watched 8.
Those are 3. Yeah, those are 4 big episodes.
Yeah, a lot happens.
I watched 7 episodes. I got bored. I went to try to watch again.
It's really weird with them 4.
How can you say that them getting that little lion girl to cut clay for them is not a fantastic episode?
It's a good episode, but see the problem I had was just like, I felt like it was nothing towards that.
No, it was definitely a filler episode.
Right,
it was 100% filler.
But I don't think it's per se. It's like one of those shows you watch where each episode is a different thing and a different lesson learned kind of deal.
Yeah.
But like now it's starting to get into it, and I assume it's going to be a 24 episode long season. So there's a lot for them to cover. But him now doing Sylphiette and all that stuff.
This is no different than watching 2 people farm for 6 straight episodes.
Character building,
dog. That's character building.
Now, I would say it was bad, but this is way better.
When he went to school. Everything preschool, it was funny, but
not for it, huh?
Yeah.
But Jobless is definitely not as good as Vinland. I'll say that. That's for a fact.
Yeah, that's free.
I'm not for your opinions right now.
That's for a fact. What character development you're learning about his, his ED, and like him learning nothing about.
He has it for one woman. All right.
He's this character development. Hey, let's teach this guy how to make nude sculptures. Okay,
dude.
Let's trap
14.
2 cat women and sexually assault them.
How is he even getting that shit up at 14 for long periods of time? Like,
because they would be his little kitty meow.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's true. I don't know
though.
why he's not banging all the cat women at the same time. Like, that's what
I think a lot
doing.
happens after 12 and beyond, because I get the feeling that the princess that Sophia protects, she's going to come out like she wants Rudeus on her side, right? Then everybody knows how powerful he is, and she wants him on her side, and I think that's going to wedge something between Sylviette and Rudeus, or Sylviette and the princess, and I think things are going to start to turn from there.
And I hate how many near misses Roxy and Rudeus have.
Oh yeah,
like in the same place at the same time, and then
Yep.
But I will say, in the Izukai's defense, because I think y'all had. Did you have Jobless as third or second Frozen?
I had it. I'm gonna just put it in third because Psalm 100 is just mint.
They had a tough duo to go against. JJK, phenomenal.
Yeah,
JJK
is stellar. Like you just can't.
This JJK season blows season 1 out of the water.
The thing is, everything in JJK is relevant to the story, even going back into Gojo's past. Like, now I can say it now because I it's a little less spoiler free. When that girl dies, the end of the episode, when he's just like, "Don't worry," it's like, "Don't worry, you're safe," and then boom, the pistol shot. I was like, what? And then that's the end of the episode. Like, I was like, what? No.
and then him coming back, dude. Gojo coming back through heaven and earth. Oh my god, dude! So good.
When he ripped that purple realm and rips the hole clean through the dude, and he's just like standing there with that circular hole through it, and I'm like, what?
We're looking. I think that I haven't watched it yet, but the newest episode dropped today, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I want to watch it so bad. I was like, oh, we're gonna do the podcast in Rogers today. Can't watch it. So, but we did shout out some of the honorable mentions that were going on for summertime anime. You know, Bleach. You can't forget about Bleach. My Happy Marriage. Andrew's been watching. He's absolutely loved that. Rurouni Kenshin remake, all that stuff. Which I think they are going to have the latter part come out. I think it was. I can't remember. I saw something about it.
Yeah,
it's gonna keep going. So,
and I'm not sure if My Happy Marriage right now is on like the halfway point of the season, because it's been 2 weeks without an episode and they stopped on 12. I'm wondering if they're taking a couple week break before they post the next set of them.
Gotcha.
So
I was gonna say, because Netflix is bad about not bad, but good about, like, they'll post the whole season at once.
Yeah.
So it might be a whole year before you get another season.
Yeah, it could be, because like they've been doing it one episode at a time, right? So it's been like wait a week, one episode at a time. I will say one interesting thing that I've been seeing is Apple TV has been sneaking in animes. And I only know this because I've been getting notifications saying like, hey, Jobless Reincarnation just aired a new episode on Apple TV. Vending Machine, new episode on Apple TV. And I'm like, when were these ever on Apple? And then I'm going into their anime section. I'm like, 1,000-Year Blood Arc? JJK? Like, they have, like, what did they do? Make a deal with Crunchyroll? Like, when did Apple TV get all of these?
That's actually impressive for Apple TV.
Yeah, so I was just like, man, numbers must be down.
Hey, dude, I ain't gonna lie. I'm watching something on Apple TV right now. It's called The Changeling. It is crazy.
Is it good?
It's insanely good, and it's fucked up. It's crazy.
Me and Chris have been looking for a new show to watch.
Dude, watch that.
Don't watch anime too much.
Watch
I've been watching The Morning Show, just because ever since now that I've sat behind the lights and seen the control room, I was like, I kind of want to like see a TV show about how television works. And I'm not gonna lie to you, dude, it's dark. Like, it is dark for a TV show. Like the inner politics of making morning shows and stuff like that is absolutely destruction. Like, some of these people hate each other. and yet they're happy-go-lucky, like smiling, like nothing's wrong on air, and then afterwards they're like they throw a knife at each other. Like,
Hey.
Cameras cut, and they're like, "You dumb bitch! I hope you die in the next week." And it's like, what? We're not like that at all. We love each other. In fact, I just compliment these guys more when we're done filming.
Yeah. We just be all on each other's Johnsons when y'all ain't here.
Yeah.
Sergeant Johnson's, because speaking of which, we're moving on to video games.
Yeah, and if you got that first episode of Roger TV, you saw Frozen hop on my Johnson live.
That's right. I ended up in your room. We had some technical difficulties, I will say that.
Like Andrew said on the video gaming, and the most saddest thing is TSM is no longer part of the LCS, dude.
Who you gonna dig right?
Thank God.
So shut your mouth, dude. 10 years from now, they're still gonna be chatting TSM, but they were replaced by Shopify Rebellion.
Shopify Rebellion, wow.
Yeah. So I don't know what I want. Now I did some research, and I guess Shopify Rebellion's thing is they're trying to like buy a really good team, like they're gonna get superstars.
Here's the big thing
that's what they're gonna do. So.
Here's the biggest shift that's happening in esports right now. And I knew it was going to come I didn't think it was going to take 11 years to get here. But esports is at an all-time high right now. And esports are getting bigger and bigger. League of Legends, Dota, CSGO, they all pave the way for every esport imaginable. There's Rocket League, there's Pokemon, there's Halo made a resurface, Rainbow Six has it, Overwatch has it, Valorant has it, right? Like it's monstrous now. And now these orgs, because let's face it, to make teams, we had to come up with our own names back in the day, right? Like you just got money from sponsors like G Fuel and stuff, or like if you could get a local water company to sponsor you, you felt good, right?
You boys got together and made a little something.
Yeah, beef jerky from Bob's convenience store. Like, hey, it worked, right? But now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point now where we've gone from organizations like TSM and that. Now we're talking corporations. We're talking full-on franchises that are owning Golden Guardians, right? They're the same owners as the Golden the Golden State Warriors, right? Huge franchise.
You called it like maybe 15 podcasts ago.
He's talking about Red Bull. Why hasn't Red Bull got a team?
I actually did get the answer to that question. So, because that was the biggest one I had was Red Bull. In anything they do, they always dominate. They always want the best, right? They have the best athletes. They have everything. And Formula One is their biggest platform, obviously, in their Red Bull racing team. But they have it for downhill. They have it for extreme sports. They have it in different esports. The reason Red Bull does not own a team in the LCS is because they sponsor the LCS. So because they sponsor it so much, it's a big sponsorship. They give a lot of money to Riot. So they can't have a team and sponsor at the same time. It looks like a conflict of interest. And it just looks bad if they have a really good team. Say they win Worlds. They're the first team to win North America, right?
Yeah, it looks bad.
Now, how bad does it look that Red Bull,
your team that donates
won Worlds, right? Like it's basically saying like the game got fixed. All it would take is one controversial call or one controversial game pause, and that would be it. The whole thing would crumble because it would be like, oh, they fixed it. The refs decided to go with this. Red Bull won, right? Red Bull's got this nasty history, especially in Formula One, where people just want to accuse them of cheating in everything. And it's just simply that everyone misses the basic principle of it, that they just have more money. They just have more money. It's just, they bleed it. They bleed money. And the thing is Red Bull runs off of a business structure where it's not each individual aspect has its own money. That's not how it works. Every single Red Bull team and athlete shares the same money pools that go out to every individual sport. So when Formula One wins big, that money goes back into the organization, which then goes out to bikers or goes out to paragliders or other big events, which then funnel all that money back in, which then bring it out to other people. And then they just have champions. right? And then they do stuff where people jump from space.
And that was a very cool video.
Like to do something wild like that, and that brings in millions of dollars, and it just circles around and around and around, and the money train never ends. You never get off the money train, and so it's monstrous, right? But now, looping back around to my point, was that teams like TSM, and I bet you we'll even see Cloud9 soon, they just don't have the dollars to do it anymore. The way that the leagues are set up, especially Riot, they're hemorrhaging these teams. They can't afford to do it anymore. There's a cost for everything. Cost to enter the arena, cost to sit at the desk, cost to do this, cost to do that. These organizations are paying out millions of dollars to not go to Worlds, to not do other stuff, to not be in certain events, and it's just too much for them. It's enough to sink any company, but the problem is that these major companies, Golden Guardian, Shopify Rebellion, all that stuff, they have an infinite backing of money. Shopify is not going under anytime soon, right? It's like if Amazon had a team. They're never running out of money. They will keep throwing it at them. But the thing with those big teams is that they're not afraid to bench you and kick you out if you're not performing, because there's no loyalty to them. It's money. Right, it's a money.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to cause it's almost like a good thing and a bad thing in terms of like it sucks that one of the oldest teams is gone now, right?
Oh, they're one of the OGs, the starters, man. It'd be like if Fnatic left.
Yeah,
like we're talking the first world champion ever, no longer in the scene or in the scene.
Because then you got people but then, you got a new team comes in. But, we've been cycling new teams in the LCS pretty frequently lately, and it just feels like there's no continuity whatsoever there, right? So it makes me not even want to watch LCS. Because I'm watching this team that's not going to be here in 3 weeks. Yeah. Teams are getting kicked mid-season, between splits. It's insane. So it makes me not even want to watch it. But it's very good, I think, for people that want to get into watching esports. Because, now, man, I don't know what team to choose. Man, Shopify Rebellion is new. Let me get into it. Imagine if a team left and a new team came to the NBA every season.
Yeah.
It would be crazy. It'd be crazy. It'd cause chaos.
Well, one good team for this example is Immortals. Immortals came onto the scene. They were huge. And then everyone was like, oh, this is awesome. I was a big Immortals fan. I was like, they're new. They're exciting to watch. New bunch of talent, Wild Turtle, right? All this cool stuff. And then they were gone for a couple seasons. It was just where'd they go? And then they just resurfaced again. And then it was kind of well, what's going on here, right? I get it. You drop teams and qualify teams and all that jazz. The other thing I think, too, is that it's too easy. I understand cancel culture, but I think cancel culture has gone too far now. Because now we're seeing big time owners and organizers being canceled over stuff they did when they were teenagers. Come on, man. Simple. I had Twitter in 2007 as well and did stupid shit. You think they're going to go back to who goes back to on their Facebook profile all the way back to when they created it in 2003? And goes, oh, I'm going to delete all of my posts from when I was in elementary school. Yeah. No, nobody does that, right? If you dig into anyone's past, you'll find dirt, right? And I just think it's stupid that because somebody who is now a more mature, different person has said something in the past when the world was a different place, that now, back then it wasn't okay. You're right, it's not okay. But you have to look at the world as a picture as well. It was culturally accepted. Does it mean it was wrong to be culturally accepted? Sure. But it was accepted nonetheless. Thus, you can't fault them for it, right?
Yeah.
But that I think is a big thing that's happening right now. A lot of people, especially surrounding G2, there's a lot of stuff going on. They may or may not be in the Valorant splits next year because of this whole thing. And it's just everyone thinks, oh, just get rid of your CEO. That'll, get rid of your CEO. It's that easy. He walks out the door and that's it. I've worked in business for a long time. Your CEO does not just walk out the door and you hire a new one the next day. That's not how that works. There's a
Absolutely
lot of
not.
different things and moving wheels to a company than that. So
For sure.
like it's not just get rid of them and go.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's crazy. It's getting wild. But moving on from esports and into the gaming aspect, we had a topic we talked about. We didn't get as much into it as I think we wanted to, so I think we can dive a little bit deeper into it. That topic, sticking to the worst of the best kind of theme. What games for you guys? It could go way back when you were in high school, middle school, whenever, but the game that was just graphically awesome, but just didn't live up to that hype and just fell flat on its face.
Can I preference real quick? Ox was brainstorming with me about it this morning because like everything we rehearse for the show, for Rogers. Usually this is on the fly, but everything we have to rehearse for Rogers because that's to be. You
guys rehearse that stuff, man. I just go in there and just shoot from the hip, man.
Okay. No, we don't rehearse, but we do. We'll talk. Yeah. Like we'll have ideas, and because I was like, man, I don't know what game I want to choose, and like we were just throwing out different games and stuff like that.
Call of Duty.
Yes, absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely. Post Black Ops Call of Duty.
Okay, post Black Ops.
Any Call of Duty after that,
Black Ops 2 was gas.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. It's a reskin.
Vanguard was okay. I'd play all of its reskins, buddy.
It's reskin.
It's all
everything is a reskin now.
Everything's like, it ain't all a reskin.
You know what? I'm gonna say I'm putting Destiny on this one. Ox is right.
Destiny,
Destiny was a game that looked really, really sick, and it just I don't even know what they're doing right now. Like it's so bad to the fact that they released Destiny 2 with 2 expansions. 2 of the expansions don't exist anymore. They straight up deleted it.
Yeah.
And then they replaced it with other stuff. And it was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like the story that's going on right now. Like, the people who still play Destiny touch grass, man. Like, how do you still like this game?
They have such, and they're in a spot where they have such a niche, like they're in a genre that people want to play, but they have such a great idea for that genre. Like you're looking at a third-person shooter that is about going in and doing raids with your friends, and it's not just easy raids; they're hard raids.
Yeah,
but and it has PvP, but the game just doesn't feel like they.
I feel like Destiny players don't give up on Destiny because they're like, we're this deep, man. We can't give up now. Like we're this deep.
And this was a thing. Like I never played Destiny 1. All I heard from everybody was how trash it was. Right?
I love Destiny 1.
Yeah, it was I loved it.
I heard from people that Destiny 1 was terrible. But then when Destiny 2 came out, they were like, Destiny 2 is going to be the world's greatest thing in Destiny 2. And I played that's why I played Destiny 2. I was like, oh man, they're going to make it better. It's going to be what it was meant to be. Boom, boom.
And you know what, Blizzard? I'm firing this at you. When you screwed me over and didn't give me the add-ons after I paid for the collector's edition because you switched companies, guess what? I told you I wasn't going to play past the first one and never touch any of the expansions, and I never fucking did.
That's right.
To this day, I have not played a minute past the original Destiny 2 storyline, even though like 5 of them are free.
I think we should drop Rainbow Six and start playing Destiny. What do you guys think?
No. Actually, tailing on this, we're coming back to this topic, but if you want a game that is infinitely better than Destiny and will actually provide a challenge to you and not piss you off, the First Descendant is in beta right now for a week. It's in its cross-platform beta because, shocker, they decided to actually test their servers cross-platform before releasing a game. Wayfinder. And it's live right now for a whole week, Tuesday to Tuesday. And it's absolutely gas. I played in the non-disclosure alpha, and I played in the just regular alpha, and they were good. Lots of bugs. I actually played it with Swanee and Ryan for a bit, where we grouped up. Had tons of fun, And
Storm.
now I'm playing in the beta version of it. They fixed so much crap. It's just unbelievably gas. Like it's everything you wanted in Destiny, but so much better. Like you can actually carry a sniper and a shotgun at the same time.
What's that game you were telling us about? It's the anime game.
Oh, Blue Protocol.
Is that what's the news on that?
Still waiting for the beta to drop in North America.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Son of a
Amazon's
gun.
people don't realize it. Amazon is taking a stranglehold on the video game. Like
New World was a flop. I think we can all agree on that.
yeah, but it came back. It came back like No Man's Sky.
It did come back.
Yeah.
And then is it still on the up and up or is it
yeah,
flopping
it's still on the up and up. Their newest
Okay.
patches are doing really good. There's a lot of people that still play it. I don't enjoy it anymore, but
I said another one was Overwatch.
yeah.
You'll catch
But
hate for that one.
speaking of colossal
They can hate me.
flops, No Man's Sky is one of those games that was graphically phenomenal. That
But-
flopped.
Yeah, for sure.
What's that new one that came out that's worse than No Man's Sky somehow?
Starfield.
Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield.
Huh?
Yeah.
I
Nice
think
try,
those people
Bethesda.
just did that just so the people who made No Man's Sky would just like
Feel
take
better?
take it seriously. You know?
Yeah.
Look, it could
my-
be worse.
My actual pick for this one, you'll hear it on Rogers TV too. And I think it's just because it angers me because I'm a big Hideko Kojima fan. And like I vouched for this man when they kicked him off Project Snake. Was Death Stranding and the Calypso Protocol. Like
Mhm.
those were two games that I don't know if you guys saw the trailers for them, but when they
Mhm.
released them at Gamescom and at E3, they were like, you were looking at a video game and you were like, this is going to be a masterpiece. They brought Hideko Kojima out. Everyone was crazy. They were like, just take my money. Like, I'll sell myself for prostitution to play this game. And then you get there and you get in the game. The opening trailer, like, absolutely just guts you, man. You're like, this is going to be so good. Put a gun in my hand. I'm ready to slay whatever's out there. And you don't.
Mhm.
You're not allowed to hurt things. In fact, the only thing you can do is balance packages and deliver them to places. This is Amazon delivery simulation,
Mm.
but at 4K ray tracing beautifulness on other planet. Like,
Sounds better than Call of Duty. I tell you that.
We need to
like,
do a
it's-
prequel sequel
huh?
bit where it's like when the prequel was better than the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a cool bit to do. We should think about that. in the
Yeah,
future.
that would be a good one. Actually, I like that. We're gonna do that now.
We're
Like
gonna
next-
try
next
it
one.
out. Next one.
Uh,
Next time. Next time.
Next time. But yeah, I was really upset with that, and I think Hideko Kojima lost a bit of credibility on that one because I
Mhm.
think it was just like, and I know there is a cult following for the game. There's like a few hundred people that swear by it, but like, yeah, those are the few hundred people that play Farming Simulator.
The speedrunners.
Like, yeah, literally, because you run with packages on your back. Like, it's just it was
look,
so bad.
I don't see how you catch light for saying Call of Duty. Like, I think any game that is in the business of dropping a new version every 6 months or every year,
It's so
NBA,
stupid. They need to
NBA
stop.
2K, NBA
Yeah,
steals people's money every fucking year.
they need
Right.
to stop.
Madden steals people's money. Actually, I've
And,
actually heard the
and-
new Madden is pretty insane.
You know how they
how
justify
they
it
get
though? You know how they
That's how they
justify
get
this shit? Get this. This is how they justify making a new one every year. Well, the rosters change. It's called an update, dumbass.
But
Like,
we keep
like,
buying them. They're
just
like, we'll
make
keep putting them
Mike,
out.
Madden.
As much
Just
hate
call it
as
Madden.
yeah, as
And
much
then-
hate as I got for like not hate, as much hate as Rebirth got, right? Everybody, I was like, man, nobody likes Rebirth. Nobody likes Rebirth. Like, you make a game, you reskin it, you don't make any improvements, and at least get rid of the cheating, right?
Yeah.
Can't do that. Right?
Yeah, that's a
you
hard
got
call.
people out here getting famous off of bot lobbies. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to go download Call of Duty, run a bot lobby, get first place 8 times in a row, and
who was that chick that got like super famous?
Nadia,
and then she had to go to hot tub streams because everyone just didn't care anymore. And now she's back on Call of Duty again.
Now, I can't say whether the girl was cheating or not. She probably was. I don't know. She's definitely probably better at Call of Duty than I am. I suck at Call of Duty. That's not why I think it's a trash game, because it's trash either way. But now I saw on TikTok, now they're taking her like stream of her playing and putting it on like a like someone has recorded themselves actually cheating. So like wall hacking everything. And they'll just slap her video on it. So it looks like that's what she's streaming. It is hilarious, dude.
I watch it sometimes when like Tim the Tatman's playing, or if the doc is playing it, because you know that they have the game skills and the game sense to play it, right? And the funny thing is it's actually more comical when they die, so you know they're not cheating, because they get the comedy out of them dying. But I think a lot of people are just turning away from it. In fact, right now, Rainbow Six has been getting a huge burst in viewership and in playtime. Like they were saying on Steam and on Uplay that in this past month, Rainbow Six has gone up by 117%.
Shout out Jinxie.
Like, I don't know if that's just, like you said, Jinxie, or if the fact that it's just people are done playing with other shooters and they go to a tactical shooter. Because let's face it, I have a lot of fun playing Rainbow Six. I'm not the greatest like first person shooter player, but I'm pretty decent at Rainbow Six. Like I enjoy actually using my brain to kill people. I like the idea that if I'm like, oh, this person's on a ping, I can shoot through this wall, right, and get them. And I like that stuff. Like I think it's cool.
Frozen. Do you think Rainbow Six is harder than Valorant?
Ooh, okay, that's not what I thought you were gonna say. I think that in terms of console, because Valorant is not on console, and neither is CSGO. I think if you look at a console setting, Rainbow Six is the hardest first-person shooter to play, and I think it's because there's so many aspects to it. It's harder in some ways and not in the other, and I'll elaborate. So, Rainbow Six Siege is hard in the sense that you have not a lot of time to defend an entire bomb site. You have to put up traps, you have to get your angles, you have to put up cameras, you have to do everything, all while at the same time trying to prevent their drones from making position on you. And then you have to play the round out, right? In Valorant and CSGO, that's not the case. It's A or B. You know the map, right? The bomb can be planted on A or B. It's also the only one where you're defusing the bomb. The bomb's already laid down. You have to defuse the bomb. So you have to go into the building, use the destructible surroundings to do it. You can shoot through the floor, all that jazz. You can't do that stuff in Valorant. You can shoot through boxes, but you can't shoot through like physical terrain. Now, CSGO and Valorant have a mechanic that I firmly believe cannot be done on controller. But you cannot move to shoot the most accurately. So if you cannot like pray and spray in Valorant and CSGO, you have to stop moving and like do a little crouch to make the most accurate shot. And you're limited to the weapons you have, so it's always going to be like an AK and like a suppressed AK kind of thing, right? Or like an M4, suppressed M4. And then you'll have a couple of SMGs, a couple of shotguns, and one big sniper rifle, which for some reason in both games is called the Operator. But Valorant adds a twist where you add abilities to it, whereas CSGO is just cut and dry guns and armor, right? But if I had to base it all on everything, I think Rainbow Six is probably the hardest TAC shooter.
Really?
Just because of the time limit. You have a lot of time in Valorant.
You have a lot more time in Rainbow Six than you have in Valorant. I think in Valorant you only get a minute per round.
No. It's 3 minutes. Yeah, three minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes from the start of the round to plant the bomb, and then have the time have the time tick down.
Okay.
Whereas in Rainbow Six, it's 1:50.
But I also I haven't played anywhere in the skill level I'm playing in Valorant on Rainbow Six, anyways. But like, I feel like Rainbow Six is a lot more forgiving as well.
Oh, it's forgiving in the sense that you can move.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
if you
forgiveness you feel, right?
yeah,
Like you can't. The thing is if you peek on Valorant, you'll get dead. You
Yeah.
can't swing on people. Like I mean, you can swing on people in Valorant, but there's no peeker's advantage in Valorant.
Yep.
Like some people say there is, but I think it's who can pull the mouse the fastest. Right?
it's not as much as
yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like in Rainbow Six where there is a very clear peeker's advantage,
Yeah.
right? It's just a matter of who can duck and who doesn't miss their shot, right? And the other thing with Valorant is you can get one tapped. You can in Rainbow Six, but it's got to be a really crisp headshot. You can accidentally one tap someone in Valorant pretty easily, right? It's just you need one bullet to hit in the head and that's it. You're done.
And all the character models are the same size and everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a toss up, honestly, because each one has a very difficult component to it. They also have a different style of play. Like Valorant, everyone wants to wait and wait and wait and then rush in once they get a pick. In Rainbow Six, you can force a pick. You can't. I don't believe you can force a pick in Valorant because your lines are so held down and their defense is so held down that if you try to force a pick, you'll end up being the pick, and then you're dead, right? I think it's also a lot more punishing in Valorant to lose the bomb than it is to lose the diffuser in Rainbow Six. Like if you lose the bomb in Valorant, your round is almost over unless you kill the people watching the bomb.
In R6, the bomb is both bombs are right next, like literally next to each other.
They're close. Yeah, you can't like it's an easy swing to get room to room. Whereas Valorant,
if you
can
haven't
rotate
trapped
the whole
yourself
map.
off.
Yeah,
because like you can. It like
You
doing
can
the setup,
yeah.
You can lock yourself almost completely out, and like I've seen it where like if you do A and B, and then they fortify whatever walls they plant B, and you're in A. There's literally only one way to get into B now,
and that's where I think, and that's where I think
well,
sometimes another advantage
because if you wall everything around you and it's just one doorway, you can't get in as a defender. If you're not in that site, there's only that one way to get in. Sometimes if you do it wrong.
I think that's another advantage that makes Rainbow Six a little more difficult is that in Valorant you can't you know the site, you know where people are positioned. There's no varying the site. You can't change it, right? In Rainbow Six, if you're like, okay, like I've got them, I'm going to go in the top floor, I'm going to go in the basement, I'm going to shoot through the floor. That doesn't happen in Valorant, right? The most level you get is like heaven. Right? If you have someone in heaven, that's it, right? And you can shoot through the floor in heaven, but it's a lot less. It's a lot more guessy in Valorant than it is in Rainbow Six. If someone pings and you shoot through the floor in Rainbow Six, you'll kill them, right? There's no doubt about it.
But R6 just feels like search and destroy to me because, like, we're low skill. We're probably like copper level playing right now.
I don't know because, like I said, I was talking to a lot of people about it, and I don't know how it happened, how I got into the Plat Diamond ranked game, but I think when we play as a 5-stack, we're running in. I've R6 trackered some of the people we've played, and they're high elo Platinum Diamond players. Like we're not being when we go into 5v5 matches, like the ones where we win by a close margin. If you look them at one of the ones the other day that we won in overtime. One of their players was champion ranked. Like that was the one that was like 7-1.
But there is a big thing like between like casual and rank where people do a lot of try hard, like little holes that they shoot through. Like as a person, like I've played and tried Valorant. Like it's easier for me to play R6 than it is Valorant. Like just like hopping on. Like it would take me forever to get like a kill in Valorant. Like it's a harder game to play, but like there's a lot more knowledge that you have to play R6.
And I guess that's what I should have said.
It a harder game.
Playing Valorant is tactically it's very difficult. Playing Rainbow Six,
Valorant's harder.
Yeah, there is a lot to Rainbow Six. Like there isn't a single map in Rainbow Six that I could tell you off the top of my
Yeah.
head every single
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
I could tell you most of the maps in Valorant, all of the
Yeah.
positions
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
where stuff is.
Yeah.
No, like, that's
Valorant's
just map knowledge. I don't consider that into the difficulty of
Yeah.
playing the game.
because like
Yeah.
like Valorant's I think is the more micro, like you're micro heavy,
Yeah.
and R6 is the more macro heavy because like not it's for R6 it's not just knowing the map, it's knowing what soft walls you need to reinforce, it's what corridors you should block off to make it harder for them to get to you, like because
And another aspect that's added is the fact that you can drone. You only get a limited amount of guessing in Valorant, right? You get Sova's arrows, which and his drone, which
Yeah.
might reveal a couple of people, and you get some other people's like the dog from Sky that might reveal someone. Other than those abilities on champions, which you can lose, you don't have another reveal, right?
You're 50-50 in it.
Every person has 2 drones in Rainbow Six on the attacking side, so you can get that knowledge, and they encourage you, right, to drone. You know, as Jinxie always says, pros flip cameras, right? And I think is another aspect of the game that makes it challenging is when do I get into the cameras? How do I not get shot being in the cameras, right? We've all been
Mhm.
shot sitting in cameras, right? And
Yeah.
you're just like, where am I safe to do this?
Yeah,
I think both games are arguably the most difficult in their field. And I think
Mhm.
that on a console, R6 is the hardest shooter because there's
Oh,
just
yeah, I think it's the
so
only
much.
technical shooter that consoles have, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you definitely could not play. I know they're trying to make it happen, but you definitely cannot play Valorant on a controller.
No, you just don't have the flick ability and the
Yeah.
the
It's
accuracy
not
you need.
it's not
You-
strong. It's not quick enough.
yeah, but
You know
this
what your
is the
settings you have to
difference.
be to flick?
The difference between like us though and like controller players is like our senses are super low. But like I used to play cross platform with somebody and they use their sticks and like their senses are super high. So
Yeah.
like
No,
they
I
get when they're used to that, and when you got players that are used to that and been playing it, like it's
I
like
don't know,
that for them sometimes.
I think 100 out of 100. You compare, if you make it cross-platform, you put controller players versus mouse and keyboard players in Valorant, there's not a controller player on the planet that wins that
Mhm.
war.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just
think-
not the same.
They say it's because like when I'm looking left on the mouse, I can instantly go right, but on sticks, if you go left, you have that dead zone until you can go right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Now you can set dead zones and all that stuff now, and there's so much crap. In fact, I'm actually looking at a keyboard because mine's actually dying. I forgot. I was telling my brother the other day, my keyboard has 87 million keystrokes on it,
Yes,
and like 80% of that comes around the WASD area.
absolutely.
Like, if you look at my hot map on the keyboard, it's just this glaring volcanic red right by the WASD. And then the rest of the keyboard's like, what's going on here? What do we even use this for? But
That
anyways,
key
I
getting a
found
little-
I think it's Corsair. No, Logitech. No, I'm wrong with that too. No, maybe it's just
Razer?
Logitech. No, it's not Razer. This will be my first keyboard I've come off of Razer for. I think it's the new Logitech one.
Hey, we got the
I
same
got
one.
Logi.
I got
Maybe,
Logitech.
but you can actually set the press density of your WASD Q and E. And so if you're using it in like a game like Rainbow Six, and they even use it in Valorant, you can have it so that at 25% press, you're walking. And at full press, you're running or you're
That's neat.
sprinting.
Mhm.
Or like in Rainbow Six, they showed the lean where you can take it off toggle and have it set to hold, where you can 50% hold down the button and lean a bit, or 100% it and lean right over and swap over, right, with this keyboard. And you
That's
can
pretty neat.
bind all of the keys to do that kind of thing where it's like full press, half press, quarter press, for your different movements, which I think is really cool because you can then like prime grenades and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like you can kind of stick the grenade out but not pull the pin out yet until you full press on it. And
I
This
don't
sounds
think I
like
can.
fun.
I don't think I can do that. Like, hey, let me put 10% on the E.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
let me
I
tell
don't
you,
even-
hard for
you
me.
get
I don't know
used
if I
to
have
doing
that
that.
discipline
You're gonna make your
That's-
wife very happy. I'll tell you that. for free.
that sounds like a pro level discipline that I don't have, but I also like that they reinforce the QWEASD keys.
Mhm.
They're reinforced so that they last longer.
That's
But
nice.
yeah, so there's
Cool,
lots
cool,
of
guys.
Boys, we're
Well,
running late.
we're running real late, ain't we?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, I was just about to say that pretty much ends it for our esports gaming section. So, guys, like, I don't have anything else. You know, it was fun. We doing Rogers and hopping into this. Any
Yeah.
final thoughts before Andrew sends us off?
I'm
Hey,
Gucci, man. Nah, I'm good. We had a good night.
yeah, we had a real good night. I'm good as well.
All right. Well, you know, it feels weird because I don't have to thank anybody this time. So I'm just going to thank Jake and Ox for being here as they always are. And thanks for doing all the wonderful stuff that you guys do. And also thank you, Hawkeye, who does this stuff in the background for us, both on air and off air. But I can now reverse this to say, hey, guys, if you check us out on the podcast, make sure you check us out on Rogers TV. If you don't live in the local Tri-City area in Canada, where Rogers is, then you can catch it on rogerstv.com, or you can go to our link tree where when you catch this video on YouTube, we're going to have the scan. Make sure you scan there. You're going to want to join the Discord. All right. Question of the week. What is a fantastic anime with a bad ending? Get into our Discord. Let us know what you think it is. Get into our socials, our X, Instagram, wherever the question is posted, and make sure that you answer that question. We are getting stickers made. We're going to make sticker packs. We're going to give them away. All right. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be exciting. You get 3 stickers. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, you'll have a piece of anime swag, which people have been asking for. Crazy enough, I've been getting asks for Anime Rift swag. So that is going to be next on the agenda. But yeah, follow us on our social medias. We're going to have the link tree there. Make sure you click on it. Follow us on those. Catch us on Rogers TV if you're local. It's on channel 20 every Tuesday at 10 o'clock. If not, Rogers TV, same time, 10 o'clock on Tuesdays, where you can see us do it live on television. It's pretty cool. It's a good time. Other than that, guys, as always, we are here for your drives to work. We are here for your long drives for work. We are here to put you to sleep at night and get ready with you in the morning. Most importantly, we are here for all your anime, gaming, manga, and pop culture needs. So from Ox, Jake, and myself, Frozen, thanks for listening. We love you, and we'll see you next time, no matter where you're watching, on the Anime Rift.
Stay sexy, guys.
Ciao. Fun fact, we've had to say that twice today.
Twice today.
And I had to change up the ending.
Yeah, Frozen had to do 2 different endings.